Well, at least this movie has pretty decent rewatch value. Watched it again last night. It's fine. What's happening, film friends? Dave the Film Junkie here. All right, sorry a little delayed on this, but here's my spoiler discussion for The Suicide Squad. Because obviously, well, I mean, you could watch the Vodka stream on Friday and you could get more in depth with all this because that's what we all pretty much talked about most of the time. A lot of the time was, spoiler stuff because it's very difficult to talk about this film without talking about spoilers, because let's face it, a lot of people die, a lot of shit happens. So I'm just gonna go over some of the stuff. I mean, I know like in my initial review, I didn't really talk about King Shark, didn't really talk about Amanda Waller. I mean, when it comes to King Shark, I thought, okay, cool, he's that kind of character. He's gonna be like the big, huge, the Hulk, the whatever the hell, the Groot, I guess you could say almost, if you want to compare it to that. But at the same time, I didn't really like the character that much. I thought he was like a little too dumb. Cool moments. There's like a really, when he splits that guy in two and there's like a lightning bolt behind him in the rain. Very beautiful shot. Like I said, this film is shot beautifully. Cinematography, I just absolutely thought was fantastic in this movie. So, when it came to King Shark, though, I didn't really dig the character and how dumb they made him. It got to the point where all right, I get it. When it came to Amanda Waller, she was a beast, obviously. Viola Davis, definitely a beast. She kind of loses her shit a little bit. Loses her shit, but I'm going to get, when we get to that point towards the end, because, like I said, I did not like the office people. Her office people, did not like them. So, obviously, it opens up where, Cortal Maltese, if I'm saying that right. I love the fact that the whole movie just takes place there. It's not divided up. I was kind of wondering, is there two missions? What's happening? We knew that early group was going to get offed pretty quickly, and a lot of people were worried about Captain Boomerang, and sure enough, yeah, Captain Boomerang did not last. Disappointing, yes, I know, because he is Rogue's Gallery, The Flash. What's going to happen with that? But then again, who knows if this is going to be connected to too much of anything else. But, the fact that he was a repeat character and he's one of the main, a good baddie for the Flash, it does kind of suck that we saw him get offed pretty damn quickly. But what can he do? But everybody else got off quickly. I was actually kind of glad that Blackguard, Pete Davidson's character, yeah, I'm just not a fan, guys. I'm just not a fan. Crazy deaths. Crazy deaths. And like I said, one of my, pretty much my favorite scene was the Harley Quinn scene when she gets out of that, that president that wants to use Starro to pretty much intimidate the world. She has that, they have that montage for she's getting wine and dine, and then they have sex, and then all that, and then he explains what he wants to do. She shoots him, and then of course takes on his little army, which was that's still my favorite scene. But my second favorite scene is when they rescue Rick Flag. I rescue. Such a great scene because Bloodsport and Peacemaker are just showing off how good they are, and they're doing that back and forth, and some good lines in there, some good stuff. And my favorite part is when Peacemaker he just takes an axe and just a guy that's laying there just chop, 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 and just keeps walking. A lot of great stuff. And, some great back and forth. Polka Dot Man showed off his little powers and everything. And then, of course, when we find out that Rick Flag really didn't need rescuing, these are the people this is the rebelling against the bad people. So that scene was hilarious, especially when they realized it, and they just killed a bunch of good guys. That was absolutely beautiful. I thought that's definitely my second favorite scene. Just really excellent. Then of course you have the twist with Amanda Waller when they find out that the U.S. government was really much, they were trying to cover this up more than anything. It wasn't that some other country had Starro the Conqueror, which I loved. Again, those transitions were pretty cool. And even when it said it's the Suicide Squad versus Starro the Conqueror, I thought that was pretty cool. I really dug those transitions with the words and everything, with nature and all that stuff. But yeah, when it comes to all that, and rewatching it again, it does have a horror element. When all the little Star Wars, that attach to everyone's face, it's a little freaky. It really definitely is a little freaky. But yeah, when they still try to do the depth, like the in-depth thing with Bloodsport's daughter, Ratcatcher and her dad. That's where Taika Waititi shows up. Of course, he's the dad. I just hated those scenes. Even watching it again, I went, it's so stupid. It's just, ugh. It's really, he had the needle in his arm. And I don't know. did not like those. And the joke that I mentioned before was that didn't work in the theater I was in, was when, Harley says, it's like angels are splooging on us. It's such a dumb joke. Even seen it again, I'm like, yeah, nobody in the movie theater laughed at that one. They were laughing pretty, much at a lot of the other jokes, but not that one. So the fact that they put that one in the trailer too is like, whoa. Polka Dot Man, of course, seeing his mom in different places. I think that was a little overblown sometimes. Like, yep, I liked it when it was like the whole group was turned into her. That was cool. And then maybe even like the Starro, when he sees him as Starro, I thought that was goofy. And I was like, all right, cool. But I mean, I thought it was maybe just overused a little bit. But he was, he was awesome. And then I knew it was going to happen. As soon as he celebrated that he was a superhero, I'm like, oh, he's done for. And sure enough, gets one of the legs of Starro, just, just smashes him. And it's, damn it. Then also Rick Flag. And I know another a return character that got offed, but I saw that coming too. Even though I love that fight, I love how it was filmed with the reflection of Peacemaker's helmet. I really dug that. I really dug that point of view of seeing that fight. But then you just knew it was going to happen. Maybe it was a little too much that they had to show it go into his heart. Like, we get it, but sad to see Rick Flag go out like that. But then of course Peacemaker, doing his job, being the soldier that he is, which, yeah, I know if you want to look at things politically, yes, you can absolutely find a lot of things politically when it comes to this movie. I don't really want to talk about that because everybody makes everything political, so shut up. So, of course, establishing Ratcatcher and Bloodsport, obviously, a crazy scene happens where like the levels are going down, and then all of a sudden, I mean, it was cool how we kind of bounced it around like 8 minutes earlier, and then all of a sudden this happened. So right as Peacemaker's going to shoot Ratcatcher, Bloodsport comes in, they shoot at each other, smaller bullets, goes right through, gets him right in the neck. But guess what? Because spin-off series, he's still alive on that post-credit scene, which I was like, all right. And so is Weasel at the very end, the Weasel who dies of drowning. Just coughs up some water, and then he's on his way. Free Weasel. Good for him. Another thing I didn't like when it came to Sebastian, that rat for Ratcatcher, who was like her number one rat who can wave and understanding. I understand like she can control rats with her little device thing. Cool, but this rat, it literally is a Disney character. It waves. It gets sad because it's always trying to win over Bloodsport, because Bloodsport has a rat phobia. And I just, no. Not a fan of that. And then, of course, at the end, when like he reluctantly pets the rat, I'm just kind of going, I don't know. I like Ratcatcher's character, but when other things that had to involve the character, I went, it just didn't work for me. It just was a little too over. It was just way too over the top. And I know I'm talking about a Suicide Squad movie, but it's just, I don't know. It just didn't hit for me. I know some people dug it, and that's perfectly fine. Just not for me. And of course, they're supposed to just walk away cleanly, but they turn back and they want to be heroes, and Amanda Waller doesn't want to have it. So she's about to blow all the devices in their heads, and one of the girls takes a golf club and just smacks Amanda Waller over the head. Again, this is a ruthless lady that just will kill you, just to kill you. But yet, she's going to let these people live because what? They're so likable because they were tossing around money and taking bets on who's going to die. And it was like they were trying to keep it under wraps from Amanda Waller. But then when people started first dying, they were passing around dollar bills like it was crazy, all out in the open. I'm going, which one is it? Are you keeping it from her or are you not? Oh, wait, it's just dumb. I didn't like The Office people. I just didn't. I thought it was a little too cheesy and a little too cringy when it came to that stuff. But of course, they do save the day, which you see that build up with the big dude, where he's totally just going like, wait, you're going to sacrifice, the consciousness. I mean, I get that. I get that whole aspect of it, but I just don't like the execution with the characters. I was just not a fan of that. But so then Amanda Waller's like, all right, so they make a deal and blah, blah, blah. And like I said, when it came to the daughter of Bloodsport, and when it comes back around and they do that cliche where she sees the news broadcast, she's like, that's my dad. That's my dad. How many times have we seen that before? Well, yeah, it was very cliche, and I rolled my eyes on that. And then then the next question I went, there was a fucking cameraman just standing right next to them. Is he still alive? All right, cool. I mean, whatever. You got to get that footage, right? And sometimes you just got to use actual movie footage and just kind of make it look like it's a broadcast. And I don't know. It was... I didn't like that because they were like, oh yeah, we got to come back around, and with the whole daughter thing, we have to have a resolution, and it was just cliche, and I didn't like that. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I mean they defeat Starro. Well, they defeat Starro. You're kind of King Shark had something to do with it, but he was mainly just getting tossed around. He's pretty indestructible. But then Harley, takes the javelin that she got from that she got from the beginning from Javelin, where she took that into the pupil, and then that's where that whole water scene went with like these crazy fish that were whatever too. But it was. How else are you going to take down this big, huge starfish? It was a cool little sequence, and like I said, it's nice that, hey, Harley Quinn, of course, she survived, and she was she's going to continue on. We'll see what happens with that. But I really, honestly, would love to see more Bloodsport. I think Bloodsport and Deadshot would be an excellent team-up movie. We talked about that on the vodka stream, so that's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything else to really talk about when it comes to the spoilery stuff. Like I said, it still stands. I like the movie, and I could put it on and just enjoy it for what it is, but did not love it, did not hate it, all that. So yeah, anyways, I think when it comes to the third one, if they do a third one, different director, keep it. This is an IP that can benefit from different directors. Doesn't have to have the same vision all the time. Like, I really hope we see David Ayer's original vision, which hopefully, fingers crossed for that, and we could see like his more grounded approach, which, like I said, I think there's a lot of things I would prefer with that one, but with this one, I enjoyed the batshit crazy stuff, really, and like I said, shot very well. And I hope the next one just have a little bit of a different approach. I don't know who. Maybe like a Robert Rodriguez type or something like that. I don't know. That's just me. But there you go, guys. There's my little spoiler discussion of The Suicide Squad. So let me know your thoughts about it down below. What did you think about all that? Hit that like, thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And then, of course, we got the notification bell so you know when I'm doing this stuff. If you want to join Film Junkie, hit the join button or join the Patreon. Help out the pirate ship. Surely would appreciate it. And, of course, Film Junkie Closet with merchandise down below. All right, guys. Can we stop? This movie's been such a discussion for like the past month or so. And man, it's like, now can we just relax a little bit on it? All right, let's hope. Talk to you later.